Good afternoon. Hope everybody's doing well. I just wanted to make a quick video to show you around Google Classroom, show you some of the basics, and just sort of show you around your Google Classroom. So I want to start with how do I get in? So from the Google site, all you have to do is come up here, click on the little waffle, and Classroom will be an option. And once you're signed into your Google, it will actually take you to your classroom. So if I hit Google Classroom, I'm now here. Now what you would see is all the classes that you are in charge of. So I'm in charge of AP Latin, Latin 3, and I'm actually in as a student in Mr. Wood's class, so I can get an idea of what it's like to be a student, which is kind of neat. So I'm going to go into my AP Latin because it's the one that's sort of the most developed. So this is what I would want to go into if I were the teacher. And I can go in, and the first thing I'm going to be taken to is my stream. Now, your stream page is where all of the assignments, all the announcements, the posts, things like that that you will post will come up, and it will actually keep kind of the most recent ones at the top. So you can see I've posted, there's no homework tonight for my students, but there is homework tomorrow, and it's to finish DeBello Gallico through 1.6. So they can see that, and they see my most recent posts, when I posted it, if it's a due date, when it's due, that kind of thing. Additionally, if it's an assignment, students can mark it as done or not done. Now, if it has a turn in component, meaning I want my students to actually submit a Google Doc to me or to submit a Word document to me through Google Classroom, then I can have them do that. But in this case, I did not want them to do that. I just want them to have the assignment and for it to show up on their to-do lists, which I'll show you in a second. And they can mark it as done or not done. So you can kind of see that's their work for Thursday. So the stream is where everything that I post is going to show up. Now, the hard part, or the thing that you may be asking is, well, doesn't that, as a student, wouldn't that get difficult or cumbersome if there's something that they have to keep referring back to? Or what if you make 3-4 posts and now students don't know that they have to go down 3 or 4 posts to try and figure out what's going on? And so how are they going to be able to figure that out? Well, one of the really neat ways to sort of organize your posts is through topics. So your topics can be over here. And essentially what they are, you can add a topic, you can name it whatever you'd like, and it creates kind of almost like a folder for your posts that you can organize your posts in. So for example, I have one over here for nightly homework. So if a student comes on the site, feels really overwhelmed by the stream and says, I just want to know what my homework is tonight, they can go to nightly homework and they can see that, their homework for tonight is none, but their homework for tomorrow is this. So this has their nightly homework posted. If they say they know they have a discussion board, but they can't seem to find it, they can go to discussion boards and all of this will show up. So this is not only in the stream, but it's additionally in the topics that are here. So I have a daily quiz. They can go to quizzes and tests. So if they want to know, hey, do I have a test or quiz coming up? They know when their tests and quiz are. They can go to quizzes and tests and find out. Additionally, as long as I give it a due date, it'll show up in here. And up here is an area that tells you what's due today, what's due Thursday. It's a little to-do list, essentially. And for your students, they'll get a to-do list with things from all of their classes that will say what's due tomorrow, what's due in a few days, when is your quiz, that kind of thing. It also uploads immediately to their Google Calendar, so they can keep everything in order and in line. So that's kind of nice for them. When I click on it, it takes me to my to-do list up here, and it tells me what I need to review. So these are things that have been done, and I need to take a look at them. Now, this is cumbersome. I haven't had a chance to necessarily review these yet because they didn't turn anything, so I don't really want to review anything. So all I have to do is hit mark as reviewed, and it'll go away, and it'll go into this reviewed pile. If I come back up here, you can see that I can go into my classes. I can go back to AP Latin. I can go to another class. Or I can even go to my Google Calendar, and you'll notice that assignments that I posted actually show up in my Google Calendar connected to my Covington T, my CHSVB account. They show up. So that's kind of nice in the sense of helping, and it'll do that for students as well to help them get organized. If I go back to AP Latin, that's sort of my stream page. And so that'll that's sort of an overview of that. Down here is where I add assignments. I can select a theme or upload a photo up here. For students, okay, I can give them the class code so students can join. Additionally, I can invite students through email. If I just hit invite students, I can put in an email and it will send them to them. I always want to keep this on, include this class and Guardian email summaries. This is what will give parents the opportunity to get emails, updates on their students each day. And you can see an example of that if you click here. Email all guardians. I can do that once I have these names in. That's a really nice, easy way to get in contact with your students, with your parents. I can do that, and then additionally, if I click, I can do actions, and I can even email certain students. Or if I just click all, I can email all of my students, which is kind of nice. So really easy to go through there and to manage your students in here. So to keep a student, or even to remove a guardian, that kind of thing, I can do that. When I go to the About page, okay, the About page houses a couple things. My classroom calendar, my Google Calendar, which will have the classroom events in it. I can invite other teachers, so I can have another teacher join the class to oversee it. So if we have team teaching situations, and I have a class drive folder. And if I go to the class drive folder, what I have is this is all the assignments that I've given throughout the year. And if students turn things in, then they'll end up here. So let's say I want to go grade my 41B podcast questions. I just go in here and they're all there in one spot. So that's a nice, easy way for me to grade or keep track of my things that students turn in if I want to do that, which is kind of nice. Additionally, things that I post will be able to end up in here as well. So I posted a fake foreign language thing as a practice, and it shows up in here. So these are files that I've made available to my kids. Additionally, you can add class materials here. So if I wanted to add a syllabus for the class, this might be a good place to put it. Things that now on My Crew we would put on our main page, this would be a good place to put them. So you could even keep resources here, or major resources that you'll use. So links to Quizlet or things that you'll use throughout the class are really good places to go here. Good things to go here. So that's just a quick overview. If you have any questions, please let me know. That's a quick tour of Google Classroom. I'll have a couple other videos that will show how to do certain things. Thank you so much. Bye.